Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today I thought I'd talk to you about some of the dumbest things that I've spent money on that I definitely regret now that I'm trying to budget and save money for a new baby. I'm going to preface this by saying I am actually only 23, so I have not had that much of my adult life to spend money foolishly, which is kind of nice because at least I can minimize the amount of damage I've done to my finances. Here's a couple things that you should definitely keep an eye out for, especially if you're like me and you're starting a new business, you kind of have a retail therapy problem, but yeah. Starting off on the business side, technically, I incorporated my business before I really needed to. I started my first Etsy shop in 2017, and only a couple months after that, I actually filed it as an LLC in Arizona, where I live. That was pretty expensive, honestly, and I really didn't come out positive. Well, I think I broke even, actually, technically, the first year, because I started the shop in October, and then in January of the next year is when I incorporated it, and it literally took the entire year to make back all that money that I spent on starting the business. So definitely make sure you have all of the legal paperwork done and everything, but maybe hold off until you know for sure that the business is going to be turning more profit and actually be worth putting your time and money into it, because since I only broke even, I basically worked for free on that business the first year. It did give me a solid foundation, and it taught me a lot of things about running a side hustle in a small business. So I'm not going to say that I super all the way 100% regret it, but I do regret the timing of when I did it. Kind of connected to that, I have a serial problem with buying web domains and starting new websites for different businesses and stuff before it's actually profitable. Even buying the lowest hosting costs of most websites, it's like $200 for a year or $150, I don't know. Depends on the deal that you get, but it's a couple $100 to register a new website. And if you're not bringing anything in with that website, it's only a negative, a loss on your side business. So I always struggle with the idea of wanting to look professional with the .com instead of a website.wordpress.com or website.squarespace.com, whatever. But unless you have some way to cover it and it fits into your regular budget, don't buy the hosting until you know you can cover it somehow, basically. The most recent one that I bought that I regret is actually a website for when I was pursuing writing some fiction books last fall. I'm still pursuing that, but I'm not pushing it as hard as I was, and I don't think the website is as high a priority now. That's not the most recent website that I have bought. I've bought the URL for this blog that goes with the YouTube channel most recently, but I've also been working on that full time right now, and I've been using it a lot, so it's still worth the money at this point. Although I did almost make the mistake of upgrading when I didn't really need to on the Bryant Story blog, because right now I think I just have a regular personal listing, not personal, I don't know. The basic tier where you can still get your own URL on WordPress. And I almost upgraded to the business or whatever, the second from the top is, so I could do plugins and stuff like that. But I almost messed up the entire site, and then I literally, once I poked around and realized I'm not going to use any of these features really, I just reversed the charge and went back to the personal, because that was $300 that I, number one, don't have. And number two, it's not going to be worth it right now. So at least I fixed that mistake before it was really fully set in. The third money mistake that I have made so far into my 20s is not getting started with saving for retirement and investing sooner. I do have a little bit of money left over from when I went to college. My parents had a fund for me that I worked really hard not to spend all of it. And my uncle is actually a financial advisor person, and my aunt knows a lot about finances too, so they've been mostly managing the money. But during quarantine, I've been learning a lot about investing. It's actually pretty interesting. I don't trust myself entirely enough to deal with like thousands and thousands of dollars like they do. But it would have been nice to get started investing my personal money sooner, because then I also could have curbed some extra impulse buys that I've made because I wouldn't have had that money. I just got started with the app Robinhood. I will actually drop a link down below. You can get a free stock if you sign up with my link, and then it also gives me a free stock, which is really nice. And I'm not like the type that is trading the stocks and trying to get profits on that. I'm looking more into like the dividend type stocks. Although I think I might buy one Disney stock and wait for them to go back up, because right now they're pretty low at like $100-ish. And we all know Disney's gonna go back up, honestly. Plus I like Disney, so I don't mind owning one share of their thing. It's also like $100 though, so I don't know. I'm on the fence about that one. Don't take this as financial advice, because as I mentioned, definitely I'm super new at this, and I'm not gonna give you like, oh, this is the stock you should buy, like do all this stuff. This is just what I'm doing right now because it's interesting and I'm bored in quarantine, so there's that. The final thing that has cost me a lot of money is actually, like I said, impulse buys. I am a big shopper when I'm feeling bad. Well, not big. I buy a lot of small things that add up to a bunch of money when I feel bad. So Amazon has had a lot of purchases over the last several years from me, and then also things like Target and Walmart when I'm just walking around. So it's kind of good that I can't walk around the store right now, because then I can't just buy random things. I'm usually pretty good about not buying fast food, not buying sweets and stuff like that, but I'm kind of bad about not buying regular stuff that especially for the house, that we don't need, like right now. Usually the stuff that I buy we do need eventually, or it would be nice to have, but it's not like we need this and we should buy it right now kind of thing. So there you have it. There's some of the dumbest purchases that I've made so far into my 20s. Let me know what you guys think and what are some dumb things that you spent money on, so hopefully I don't feel as bad. I upload 2 videos a week. One vlog, one sit down like you just watched. I share content on being a first-time mom, running a side hustle, and balancing both your budget and your life. So if you like that kind of content, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below and click the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching and have a great day.